Hey, hello, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys another game from Star Series. It's going to be Keita versus Mouz, and this is for... I already said that. I'm sorry. I'm here with Sheever, though, and Sheever
You want to start
loves
over? What?
cinnamon. No, she
I
loves
love
cinnamon
cinema.
applesauce.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
I guess
That's,
that
I
you're
think
gonna
that's the
say
best
so.
intro I've ever given on stream, I'm pretty sure. So,
That I'm giving. Okay, then I'm loving cinnamon applesauce.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, this is gonna be an awesome game. Keita is performing very well lately. They are currently fighting for the top in the Gosu League. Mouse has had even more roster changes, still dicing things up. Currently sitting on Black 1437, who is new, came from OK Nirvana. I'm sorry, from It's Gosu. He's a North American player. I don't remember if he's Canadian. Yeah, he's Canadian. I believe he lives near Toronto. And then they also have Sing Sing, of course, one of the most famous personalities in the Dota 2 scene, and Sexy Bamboo. And finally, the fourth player is Come With Me, who used to be on Dougie Toss. So they actually have a very, very stacked lineup now.
Yeah, and they actually beat Navi twice
Wow.
in the last 2 days.
Twice? Not just once?
Yesterday once and today once.
It's been rough for Navi. They did lose 2 games yesterday, I believe, and that must have been one of them. And losing one today as well. Pretty crazy.
No, they lost 3 games in total now, because yesterday they also lost one to CLG.
I'm sorry, I said Keita again instead of Keita. Excuse me, guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah.
my fault.
I say it too, so.
I'll get better.
Yeah.
It's a weird word. A weird word for an American to pronounce, at least. So excuse me. Bans so far, we see a panda. Pandas actually. How many panda bans have we seen today? Like none, right?
None. None.
I
And I have
didn't
to
even
admit,
notice.
I semi forgot him. Yeah.
So
Wasn't picked
panda.
up with the band.
Yeah, neither picked up or banned. Lone Druid, we actually there. I think I remember casting one panda today, but only one. Broodmother as well as a Invoker and Lycan, so no Lycan throughout this game, which I'm fine. After seeing his ownage earlier today, I'm okay not seeing him for the next couple of weeks. I love just having him thrown in once or twice. Be like, okay, I remember how Lycan is. I don't need to see him again. Keep banning him. Go for it, guys.
Yeah. And I actually have to just point out that Black is actually the one doing the bans and picks here.
Which is interesting, because he was actually a serial stand-in all around the Dota
Yeah.
scene. No team actually picked him up. And now he's joined Mouz, and apparently picking and banning for them. I'm a little surprised 1437 is not doing the picking and banning, because he was more of a leader position in a couple different teams, but apparently Black is the go-to. So,
Yeah.
don't
You
know.
just want to let him try it out. Or maybe he was the one that's very successful versus Navi. I don't know, because I haven't seen those games, unfortunately. I
Yeah, me
still have to
neither.
watch the VODs.
But if they can take out Navi, that's very impressive. There's actually been a lot of teams, I feel like, who have shown a lot of growth the last couple weeks, but part of that is roster changes. And there's obviously a lot of complaints about teams switching up rosters all the time, and I would totally agree. It's definitely annoying to have to follow that or to have to keep track of where all the players are going, but they're really concentrating all the best players on each team. Honestly, that's what it seems like. If you look at Mouse right now, they have 5 really talented players. Sing Sing, 1437, Bamboo, Come With Me, and Black. That's 5 excellent players. There's nobody in there that is even at a shadow of a doubt of being a slacker. And the same thing goes with Dare's new lineup. They have 5 excellent players. Virtus Pro, 5 excellent players. And that's basically what the teams feel they need to do to try to beat Navi in the International, which is basically the end goal. They want to try to beat Navi, and you need 5 excellent players to do so.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shiftings, but maybe now the dust will start settling down and we'll actually see these teams being kept in this format that we have now. Same goes for Dare, indeed. There's been a lot of switching. Oh, Sand
Best
King
picks.
going to Keita.
Their favorite dueling combo, but Mouse does not have the Nature's Prophet Chen, so huge pushing coming out of those heroes. They have lots of lane dynamics as well. Well, I mean, obviously they're going to jungle Chen, but Nature's Prophet most likely, I don't know where he's going to solo, but he's going to solo somewhere, which is pretty good for him. It's always good when you can do that, when you have a juggling hero and you have a Nature's Prophet.
Yep. You can have 4 versus 1. Yeah, 4 versus 1. If you want to, if you have a dual lane and you can get Chen out of the forest, you can TP there with Furion.
Yep.
Which there is a versus 1. Yeah. Oh well. It looks like Kita's not sure if they want to go for Sand King or not, so it was a bit too fast there to jump to the gun.
I don't think it would be a bad pick though. Sand King is strong against Nature's Prophet in the early game, if especially if you have like a solo Sand King, which won't be the case if they draft a Leshrac with him. But a Sand King can just Burrow Strike Epicenter or Nature's Prophet and kill him almost every single time if they have equivalent levels and farm. which isn't always the case when you play support. So it's most likely won't necessarily happen, but that's a possibility. Caustic Finale also very good at killing Treants, and he all around has really good AoE damage. So
Yeah, wow, they only have 25 seconds left.
they're burning a
And they
lot
have
for sure.
2 picks to make.
Another important thing to notice is that Sand King recently has been really, really heavy support. He hasn't even... I haven't seen a solo Sand King in a while, like a farm-dependent Sand King. And those support Sand Kings seem kind of hit or miss, right? Like, if you don't get your Blink Dagger up at a reasonable time, your ulti is completely hit or miss. And if you don't get your ulti off, it changes things up. But if you grab your Blink Dagger at the 15, 17, 19, 21 minute mark, somewhere in there, then we're talking about an epicenter every team fight if you do it correctly. And if the epicenter ends up working out really nicely, if you have 3 grouped up heroes, they die. Because you do 600 AoE damage plus your Burrow Strike, that's like 800 magic damage in AoE, really makes a big difference. So I think teams might be backing a little bit more off of Sand King, possibly. He's still very strong, but I feel like he hasn't really been like owning games recently, like he did a month ago.
That is very true. And no Sand King, but there's a Tidehunter. So we're gonna see some team fight from that side. And I guess I mean, they pick up Lich quite early. And are they then expecting either a ban from him or, well, that super hard carry that Mouz is gonna pick up?
Yeah, it does cover that base. They could say, okay, Lich is going to shut down somebody farming. Could be a Nature's Prophet, could be a Priest of the Moon somewhere. It'll also give them a guaranteed good dual lane with a hard carry. Lich plus a hard carry is one of the best dual lanes you can have. It's not as aggressive as a Crystal Maiden hard carry, but it is better defensively. You can sacrifice so many creeps. You can use the Frost Nova to go aggressive if you want to. So I think that's a possibility. And Sand King will be banned by Keita. Keita? Is that correct?
Keita, yeah.
Keita. Okay, caught myself. One small step.
I can give you the easy way of thinking about how to pronounce it.
I want to hear this, because I feel like you might say something awkward and embarrassing.
Well, it has something to do with Canadians.
I'll throw it at me.
So you have the K,
Okay.
and then you have, as in just the letter, so the K, and then you have, like, Canadians say to each other, "Hey, Keita." That's the one.
Okay.
So,
all right.
there you go.
People
Now you
from
never
Wisconsin say
forget.
that too, actually. Up into UP.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. We actually have similar accents for where I live. Stereotypically, at least. But okay. Keita. Okay.
Keita.
Never gonna mess it up ever again. Or at least I'll always think of Canadians, even though they're Swedish. Which is also okay. So,
Nice.
Windrun is gonna get banned now by Mouz, and one more ban each before we go into the picking stage. And how many Imba heroes do we have left? Invoker's gone. Could see an enchant from either team. Oh well, obviously it would not be from Mouz. I don't think we expect to see a enchant plus an enchant, but Keita could go for a enchantress themselves.
That would make their lanes very awkward, though.
It would. That's true.
Unless they want to solo a Lich.
Which we haven't seen in forever. But it's actually a very strong solo. If you're in a 1v1 situation, Lich solo is a pain in the ass. If you don't get any gank support, Lich will have like a level or 2 up on you because of sacrifice. It's crazy. So good.
Yeah, and they know that there's at least gonna be 2 solo lanes with Chen being in the forest, so they might actually want to go for that. But I'm not sure. But they don't. Well, yeah. Let's see if Mouz bans out the Enchantress. Don't think they will.
Probably not. Yeah, I think Leshrac would be a better solo, anyways. Definitely a hero that needs levels more than Lich does. Once Lich hits 6, it's like, okay, cool. After you hit 6 with Lich, the most important thing you can do is Chain Frost before you die. And if you Chain Frost before you die, it's like, cool, you did your job, pretty much. So Leshrac, much different. Needs to stay alive, cycle through those spells, have lots of mana pool. And the last ban from Mouz is going to be a Ricky Mara to prevent Keita from having that hero. They do play it a lot, so.
Yeah, maybe that's also well, a build up towards the carry picking for Mouz. Maybe they want to go for either Anti-Mage or Morphling. But then again, both are still in the game, so Keita could pick up the other one. Unless, of course, Mouz will have that last pick, so we'll see. I do think oh, there we go, Anti-Mage there. And we might see Morphling pick up now for Mouz as well. But the hard counters, I mean, you have Ricky that can just throw down the silence, and the silence, of course, from Nightstalker. Considered the counters for Anti-Mage.
Pushing, which they have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like this anti-mage pickup from Keita. I don't think it's the right choice. I don't know. Look at their counter push. They almost have to grab lightning on the Leshrac. They have to. Because right now, they have no counter push at all. That's their only counter push possible. If they take a tower advantage, Keita will lose the game, period. Probably. Well, if it's significant enough, at least. But Mouz has not only a Chen and a Nature's Prophet, but they also counterpicked with the Shadow Demon. So they're going to have Disruption, which will help shut him down in lane, and they're going to have that ulti if he ever decides to go aggressive. And Soul Catcher. So they don't have a lot of disables. That's what they're lacking. They don't actually have any stuns right now, other than the arrow. So that's their advantage that they're going to have to work with, but they have much better pushing right now.
Yeah, and there's the Shadow Shaman. I was gonna say that. I swear. But that's at least a good mid hero for them. And like you said, they needed some counter pushing. And Shadow Shaman, even though he's also a pusher himself, he can just throw down his ward defensively as well, of course.
Yeah, and I think this is a good choice for a mid lane. They could actually do like a Shadow Shaman support if they really wanted to. I don't expect them to do this, but I was thinking maybe they could do a Crobolus instead. It kind of fills similar roles, except Crob is more of a semi-carry than Shadow Shaman is. And Shadow Shaman doesn't need as much farm to still be able to contribute. You can just drop the wards, he can shackle, he can hex. Those are all abilities that don't require him to be super farmed to be effective, whereas Crobolus is going to max do 1 or 2 carry on swarms, pop or ulti, and needs to be tanky to survive that. So I think Shadow Shaman is a great choice here. Mouz's solo lanes are not necessarily strong enough to shut down the Shadow Shaman. Maybe Shadow Demon can do it, but it looks like he was picked for a support role anyways, so unless they grab another support here and they put Shadow Demon in a solo mid lane, I think Keita's last pick here was excellent.
Yes, and I think from Mouz we can, or at least, well, I would like to see a Morphling pick up. Just to be able to make sure for Mouz's side that they can take on the anti-mage late game, because Mirana is of course a good farmer too, but late game she is gonna lose from the anti-mage.
And it takes a really long time for her to get to the ownage part. You have to get the Manta Style and then another damage item, and then you still have to play very careful. If you got caught out, you die, because you don't have a Black King bar. So Mirana definitely a very wishy-washy late game carry. And they still have one more pick, so are they going to do that? Are they going to grab a hard carry to try to match against anti-mage in the late game, or are they going to pick up a support hero maybe? Do a solo Shadow Demon to give them some good lane control against the Shadow Shaman? I don't really know, but they have 10 seconds, so we don't have to wait long.
Indeed, and if they pick up a Morphling, they could go maybe Morphling. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say that anymore. Ha! It's gonna be a Slaughter instead.
I like this a lot.
Amplified damage on anti-mage. Painful.
And they'll have Slaughter Mirana, so they, depending on how well Slaughter does, he can do a semi-carry. If he gets a lot of kills and doesn't die very often, semi-carry is definitely something he can do. But amp damage plus the Priest of the Moon means decent carry potential against the anti-mage. And also, he's great at pushing. Well, he doesn't push himself, but his allies push. He has the possibility to just surge past, disable somebody, initiate while they push. And that's one reason that we do see Slaughters get played.
Yep, give them something back. I mean, that there's a Tidehunter on the Radiant team, and now at least they can, if they can get a Blink Dagger up on Slaughter, they can have the same sort of initiation, or at least some initiation, rather than just being 5 separately good heroes.
And let's go over the players quick. For Keita here, we have Bonsai or Bones Edge, whichever way you happen to pronounce it. Lich, he's playing the Lich. Pinoy's on the Tidehunter. We have Nikwa on the Shadow Shaman. Wall Eater playing the Anti-Mage, one of the best carries in my opinion in Europe. He does a great job. Quick's playing the Leshrac.
Yeah, and for Mouz we have Sing Sing on the Mirana. We have Sexy Bamboo playing the Nature's Prophet. 1437 is playing the Shadow Demon. Black is on the Slaughter, and Stand-In, Come With Me on the Chen.
I don't know if he counts as a stand-in though. We'll see. Might join their team.
Yeah, okay, but at the moment he's a stand-in.
That's
nothing
true.
official announced yet.
You got me. If you guys are looking for Sing Sing's color on the map, it's going to be light blue. We'll see if we have any drawings throughout the game. Bambo is the one that's very active right now. He's going to be the Nature's Prophet. So, where do we think lanes are going to go? Most likely we'll see Come With Me on the Chen going towards the top jungle. Probably going to be a Slar Shadow Demon dual lane. I guess we're going to see Priest of the Moon solo bottom, I guess, unless we see Nature's Prophet go bottom with Mirana mid, which might be the case because Sing Sing usually plays the solo mid anyways, right? And Nature's Prophet usually does the hard lane solo. So, might be a little bit of a tell for the Radiant team. They could figure that out based on that, and maybe adjust their lanes as a result.
Yeah, if we can figure it out, then we have to assume that Keita is able to figure it out too.
Yeah, probably true.
Can assume that.
So where is Keita going with their lanes is the question. Most likely will be Shadow Shaman mid. They could do an aggressive tri-lane, I guess, with like a solo. Yeah, it looks like Leshrac is going to be getting some farm.
We might see two dual lanes just with the Anti-Mage and a Lich and Leshrac and a Tidehunter on the top lane.
Yeah, that's a possibility. A little bit of fake rage. Has been some drawings so far. Just a couple, nothing major. Yeah, I think. I don't know if it's gonna be Shadow Shaman mid, I believe. He's going for a fast bottle here. And I think Leshrac is gonna be, yeah, it looks like Leshrac thinking about going to the bot lane. He's gonna go to the bot lane, so Leshrac on the bot lane. And Tidal Turbine concur, so he's gonna be playing support, possibly a tri-lane. I think it's gonna be a tri-lane, yeah, with Shadow Shaman mid, I guess. But they're gonna immediately roam to the top lane.
Yeah, but at least they gave us a hint of what they were gonna go for.
So, yeah, they're going top. Dire team, not doing the same. It's a butterfly in the map, really pretty butterfly. Totally a butterfly.
From Sing Sing indeed.
Yeah, that was definitely a butterfly. I don't know what else. I don't know what else that could be.
No.
Okay.
We're not gonna see anything happening yet. I mean, both teams are working towards the opposite sides. It's pretty boring.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, the observer ward goes down from Keita, and that's gonna give him some sight on any ganking coming toward from the mid lane at least.
Yeah, nice aggressive ward placed already, also by Shadow Demon on the bottom lane.
Oh, this makes me think they want to take the tower very quickly, which makes sense because they do have the Chen, so they're going to do an aggressive Chen jungle. They slaughter Shadow Demon bottom, so instead of going for the top tower, I think this is also very smart, and it looks like it's going to be a tied Leshrac, I guess, bottom, with a Lich supporting Anti-Mage on the hard lane, which is very interesting. Huh. I think it's smart, though. Slardar plus Shadow Demon plus Chen. Think about it. If Shadow Demon can get a disruption off, the Slardar's gonna be able to haste. He's gonna come forward, do a stun, and maybe Chen come from the back as well. So, and since they're up against a Leshrac Tidehunter, I think diving is definitely a possibility. He's gonna totally need lots of Edict, otherwise they're not gonna have enough damage to shut him down. And here's the vision. They might come for the gank here. Yep, they're coming in. A little bit of right-clicking. There's the disruption going in on the Leshrac. They're going to keep him out of tower range. And the stun as well. They block him in. Great play coming out of there by Mouz. They did that absolutely perfectly there. Pulling some Warcraft 3 blocking up in here. And that's first blood. So, wow, really cool.
Just wow, yeah. Very much so. And even without a creep from Chen, who now does have a creep, but...
That was a bunch of right clicks. That's all that was. A perfect blocking there. I love that. Come with me when in position. Slaughter did the same thing. And totally gets the first blood on the bot lane, which is going to put Black up to level 2 already, even though Tidehunter is just now grabbing EXP. Quix is going to walk back to the bot lane and already off to a great start as they do pull a Wildkin as well. Level 1 Wildkin is so nasty. He's going to be able to cast a Tornado. Unless he just goes for the right click. There's a Tornado. Now it gives vision as Black is going to go for the dive, but Pinoy is going to be in a lot of trouble from this. He's going to take the damage over time, and as you can see, his HP is slowly going down. Oh, Wildkin gets targeted though. And now we actually have Chen in a bunch of trouble. He's completely trapped in here. He does have 2 tangos. Could maybe... Yeah, he looks pretty dead. He's going to get 1 tango, but he's going to get killed by the tower. No chance of him surviving that. So, big mistake from Come With Me there. A little bit overly aggressive. Maybe should have kept his Wildkin out of range. And even the Lich is coming to the bot lane. They said, whatever, we don't want this tower to fall really fast to Mouz. So, we're going to shift our Lich down here as our Anti-Mage is going to solo up against a Nature's Prophet, which is not that bad at all.
No, he can just blink away out of sprouts and just still get his farm done. And yeah, such an aggressive tri-lane from Mouz and good shift from the Lich to be here because it's really needed. Otherwise, we will see some more early kills and probably indeed early pushes too, as Chen is gonna get some new creeps again. And this time it's a Troll Warlord.
That's a good one. Spawning skeletons is very excellent. Entangle also very good. The downside is that he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He does piercing instead of heroic damage. So Not as much damage output on friendly heroes. Shadow Shaman now level 3 up against Sing Sing, who is also level 3. Let's see their farm rates. We have 7 last hits on Shadow Shaman. Yeah, I'm watching. There's the disruption.
Oh.
Here comes the arrow as well. It is going to land 3-second disable on Nikwa with a follow-up net. Great gank coming out of Mouz there. An easy kill on that Shadow Shaman. Wow, that was a super easy kill.
Yeah, in the meantime, Nature's Prophet gets a kill on the anti-mage also, bites back instantly. Looks like he had to dive into the forest for that. He's gonna actually try to get a kill on Sexy Bamboo instead. He will probably be able to do that. One more right click and he will die, even though the tangles have been eaten. And nice juking here. What the hell? Sexy Bamboo is trying to buy as much time as he can.
Oh, the creeps! Oh, the creeps! Oh.
He
Oh
doesn't
my
have
God.
a TP for 15 seconds.
Oh, he attacked Wall Eater. That was a mistake. I think. What is he? Oh my gosh. This is like the most epic jukes ever. Just running circles. There's a clarity push as well as getting his HP drain, and now it's a straight run as Wall Eater is gonna let him go. He's got a low blink.
He doesn't want to lose any more farm over that. And this way, Sexy Bamboo actually has to walk away all the way back with no mana. He has no teleport.
That's a really good point.
This actually cost him more time and experience, and that's also gold, than actually dying, probably buying back, because that's what Mouz likes to do, buying back instantly after they die for the first probably 10 minutes or so, and he would have been back instantly with the TP afterwards. So
that's a very good point. He's going to be able to TP back, of course, when he heals up in the base, but that was a very, very slow walk all the way back. He's even going to draw a heart on the map on the top lane. He's happy that he did not end up dying there, which was pretty great juking, I must say. Great pathing. I'm surprised he was even attacking anti-mage. I thought he was just going to hope that he out-juked him or something, but a little bit of a gank on the bottom. Looks like 1437, some trouble. It's going to need a lightning. He does pick up lane, but he's within tower range, and Quicks looks like he will go down. He does get picked off by Black, so nice gank by Black. And Black actually going to fight him out a little bit. Anchor Smash reducing his damage by a lot, minus 26 here. And another gank coming. It's going to be Chen looking for the net. Lands on the Lich, who currently has no mana. There's a Soul Catcher up. Do we have a disruption in 2 seconds? This could be it for Lich. There's the disruption. Slaughter will be able to get in position. Here comes the stun. It's a little trap, but he does do the sacrifice. And the Test of Faith grabbing the last hit as we see the lightning now going in on the Chen. Looking for the stun. Stun's going to miss, though. Only a level 1 stun and not able to kill and come with me. So they're going to back out. 6-2 advantage going for Mouz now.
Yeah, as Shadow Shaman also died in the middle due to Sing Sing, who just had an invisibility rune, illusion rune, which helped him out there too. So that's the second kill on the Shadow Shaman.
And Anti-Mage up to level 5 now, so Bambo's going to spawn some more Treants. This is something really cool that you can do. He's got a Stout Shield which will block a lot of this damage, but just spawn Treants and right-click them on the enemy hero. It's one cool thing that you can do in your lane as a Nature's Prophet, so we'll give him a little bit of lane advantage, forcing the Anti-Mage back. He's got to pop up his self, and he's almost got his Ring of Health, which is very important. Once he grabs the Ring of Health, he's pretty much self-sufficient against this Nature's Prophet, and unlikely to die unless somebody else shows up. Wow, Bambo doing so great here. I love his Phase Boots pickup. Huge base damage, great movement speed as well, and Wall Eater's literally going to have to leave the lane because he just hit him so much. He's actually TPing. Where is he going to? It's, oh, actually, he wanted to kill the Anti-Mage there. TP'd back towards the Anti-Mage.
Yeah, good thing that that Wall Eater actually blinked away from that one, because otherwise he would have gotten him hiding in the forest.
And Bambo going to pressure the top tower now. Tower going down very, very low, down to 850. It's so important that he got this phase over the treads, though, guys, because it gives him great movement speed. And Anti-Mage has huge base movement speed, 320 base. That's a 20 movement speed advantage over Nature's Prophets if their boots are normal. So by having that phase boots up, he can run away from Anti-Mage, he can pursue Anti-Mage, and the big base damage helps him burn through the Stout Shield very well.
Meet him in the jungle. We have Tidehunter wanting to go for the Chen. Chen is gonna go down. The disruption is still gonna come up from the Leshrac, and the arrow hits on Leshrac with Sing Sing coming on from the middle lane. Pops a Starstorm, kills off the Lich, and we'll also get a kill on Keita here as Slaughter takes the last hit on that one, and Tide dying too. Sexy Bamboo teleporting in.
Wow.
Leshrac being the last one to be alive is being chased, is probably gonna die too. He's gonna try to find safety at the tower. But the amplified damage is on him, and the chase is there, and the tower is not gonna do enough damage to stop 4 heroes from chasing him, as the arrow gets the last hit from Marana.
Wow.
Wow.
That was huge.
Everybody of Mouz there.
They killed everybody, except for Anti-Mage, of course. Anti-Mage currently top. Nature's Prophet left him, so he's gonna be able to farm up his Blink Dagger, or I'm sorry, his Ring of Health, but now the bot tower is going to go down. Most likely Mouz out of regen, but they can just right-click this tower down, and great execution by their players there. They lost that Shen, but other than that, they totally reacted perfectly. Sardar came in for that crush, grabbing 2 heroes instead of 1, and then they chased the Leshrac all the way down. Got a ton of kills, as well as probably a good gold advantage. Yeah, 3k advantage right now in climbing.
Yeah, and well, this is well, Mouz pushing hard. This is their strategy. I mean, getting early kills, pushing like, well, super fast. Even though it could have been faster, of course. I mean, 7 minutes first tower. First tower is not that fast. We've seen it faster, but the whole team there making sure that they all commit, getting kills on the way, and nothing really Keita can do to stop the pushing from happening right now.
They can trade towers though. They're going to take the mid tower, but tier 2 now taking a little bit of damage. 3 levels of lightning on Leshrac once again. He did have to go for that lightning because otherwise they have very little counter push. Doing some really good damage to these 3 heroes. 153 per hit as 1437 eats 2 tower shots, goes all the way down to 150 HP. Might have to send it back, and he is going to send it back with the Holy Persuasion. So Priestly Moon also here. He's got that bottle wand with a Wraithband and a Ring of Aquila. So really early game viability coming out of his item builds. Isn't that concerned about the mid game. They basically just want to take as many towers as possible right now.
Yeah, they know that they're fighting first an anti-mage, so they have to get it in mid game. Otherwise, late game they will have a very tough time.
Even an Observer would going down, so they can spot out vision on the tier 2 tower. As Leshrac with a Basilius is going to heal up a little bit, but Black is going to continue pressuring this. And now the Radiant team can't even go into their own jungle. And Anti-Mage gets a kill on Nature's Prophet actually with a gank from the Lich as well as the Tidehunter. And he's up to level 5, so no no Ravage quite yet, but both those 2 heroes definitely need to hit 6 soon.
Yeah, and great kill for Anti-Mage right there, because he is a bit behind on this farm, but this way he's getting back up again, and Shadow Demon actually getting a disruption up on the Anti-Mage just to stop him from farming, and of course draining his mana with his own illusions.
Yeah, he ate one of those hits at least. Now he's at 14 mana, 0 blinks right now. Anti-Mage has no possibility to blink until he picks up a wand or something like that, so he's going to have to be very careful for the time being. A little bit of a dive going on bottom. Looks like Bambo looking for the Sprout. He actually already used it, so 2 levels of TP as well. Going to go for a Medallion of Courage. Great item choice. He's going to be able to reduce the armor of Anti-Mage and do even more damage to him.
Yeah, in the meantime, push incoming on the tier 2 tower once again in the bottom lane. And this time it will definitely go down. There's no fortification, only Lich is there, who's more of an anti-pusher than a pusher himself, or a counter-pusher. They are gonna probably spot off Chance creeps, but that's about it.
And it is getting solo down to 150. The Centaur is going to drop. Actually, we might see Deny. It's going to be close. He's going to drop the wards. He does get the Deny up. Looking for the great ward trap on Starter as the Tide Ravage is going to catch 3. Anchor Smash as well on 2. And Black is dropped immediately as Bambo is going to run away. But looks like, yes, they will be able to get the Chen. Great play from Keita there. That was absolutely necessary. Denying 500 gold from Mouz's early game team fight, as well as picking up 2 heroes with absolutely no losses there. Such a great play there with that ward trap into Deny by Neeko. That was so huge.
It was a really clever Deny. I really thought he was going to miss it, but he didn't even use his wards to do that. He just timed it perfectly.
Yep. That was so well done. Man, so much gold was lost by Mouz there. Let's look at their advantage. Look at that. They would have jumped down to like 3k or more, but they actually went towards the Radiant team as a result of that. Which is great when you lose a tower.
Yeah, and the kill on Slardar are also so important because he has been farming quite freely already. And getting 3 kills, of course. Not to forget.
Yeah, totally. Sing Sing taking a little bit of nuke as he's going phrase boots, so really good items at the moment. 80 plus 36 damage as Wall Eater's now mid. Perseverance doesn't even have treads yet. But I think this is okay, actually. In this game setup, I don't know, maybe treads would be very good for attack speed. That's probably the biggest loss that he's getting here. But the enemy team doesn't have a whole lot of burst nukes, so he doesn't have to worry that much about having a whole bunch of HP. He still has to worry about Test of Faith and maybe a long distance arrow or something. But other than that, I don't really see him getting bursted down very likely.
No, might see a gank up on the Nature's Prophet as he's gonna take a gush, but he might be fast enough. Puts himself on the Sprout, will be trying to TP away, but the interruption is there. Lich taking the last hit as he also used his Chain Frost to make sure that kill happened.
Yeah,
great pick up here.
That was all Wall Eater there. He used his Quelling Blade to break one of the trees and get vision on the inside of the tree ring. Otherwise, Nature's Prophet might have been able to just TP out or force Tide to Ravage, which it was on cooldown, but you know, he didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love the Headress pickup on Tide as well. That's really cool item choice. As the arrow comes in, gonna be dodged though.
Yeah, Tidehunter probably going for for mech, I would guess. Actually,
Yeah, I think so, probably.
rather than a pipe.
Lich would be the more natural mech carrier, but Tidehunter with a mech is not terrible. His mana pool is going to have to be a little careful about that one. Might want an Arcane or something like that. Bambo looking for a kill on Anti-Mage, but he's not going to get it. He spawns Treants anyway, so no big loss there.
And tier 2, tier 1 tower on the middle lane is looking quite squishy. There is a fortification up if they want to defend it, but doesn't look like they really want to.
Yeah, that one is way gone there. So Mouz is going to be able to back off. Keita going towards the top lane at least.
Yeah, there will be wards up on the Shadow Shaman. There we go. And Edict there too, of course, level 2 with a maxed out Lightning Storm.
And of course the Plague Ward, or the Serpent Ward's going down. Man, I really haven't seen a Shadow Shaman in a long time, but it really just reminds you how great his Serpent Wards are for killing towers. Even if you have a Glyph, tower is dead. It's unlike Leshrac a little bit. As Mouz is going to try to trade with the tier 2 here. There's the TP mid by Quicks. A little bit of Starstorm as well, but a huge creep wave. Glyph is finally popped, but he does not want to go forward because if he gets caught, he is screwed. Any disruption, any slow, even an arrow mini stun on him would put him in such a bad spot. As we look for the disruption, Test of Faith is going to be used on the Sprout as well. He eats one tango. The arrow's going to actually miss everybody as the lightning does great damage, and Tide is going to ravage on 3 heroes. Nature's Prophet gets picked off. Ulti catching 2. Chen drops. Shadow Demon drops as well, and even Bonzai here being pursued by a couple illusions, but amp damage off and a great defense from Keita.
Yeah, and a double kill for Anti-Mage. That's worth so much right now. Will boost his gold even faster. He is well, still quite a way off from his Battle Fury, but yeah, double kill there. And well, at least a good point for Mouz is that Slaughter didn't die. He can continue his farm.
But that is scary. Keita has now defended 2 pushes with big team fight advantages, and 2 in a row. That is starting to look really scary. Look at that graph. That's exactly what I meant. 1 down, and then the second one. 2 huge defenses puts them at dead even, and despite the fact that they have more towers killed, we're at a 0 gold advantage, and they're up against a hard creator. Nico might get caught though. He's going to Hex on top of this Mirana, looking for the nukes as well. There's the Gush as well, and Medallion is used, but they might be able to get Sing Sing. They're still pursuing. No more slows as the next zap comes through, but they're going to end up saving the Shadow Shaman, the important part. But holding two pushes like that and winning one-sided team fights is exactly what Mouz needs to make sure doesn't happen, because despite Keita having less pushing heroes and having the hard carry, they are equalizing farm, which is absolutely not acceptable.
Nope. And that's gonna be the power of the Tidehunter. And that's why there needs to be a Link Dagger on the Slaughter, because without that, they don't have the same initiation. They don't have, or at least a semi, well, at least a little bit of the team fight for it. We see amplified damage missing on Roshan, or at least they're using his Lincolns. Oh well. It's short cooldown anyway.
Yeah, no big deal. They'll kill it very quickly. Medallion plus amp damage is really good for pushing towers, but Keita's actually coming in. Tidehunter's going to go first. He's going to Gush on the Shadow Demon. I love the skill build of Quicks, by the way. Max Edict, max the Lightning. For as much counter push as possible. We do see the heal from Chen. I don't know what that one's about. Oh, trying to save the Chen top. Actually, he was being killed by Wall Eater, but Wall Eater has no mana for his ulti here. It's going to take a little bit of damage from an Ursa, actually. Get kind of low, but are they going to take out the Roshan before they go in for that? I don't think they can fight this. They only have 4 heroes, and they are going to initiate now. There's the wards going down. Arrow's going to miss this as well as the stun, not hitting anybody. And an ulti on top of Quicks. This was a mistake from Keita. Black's going to eat 1 Gush, need that Tide Ravage, but that's up in 8 seconds. Black drops, but going to have to run away for now. Bonzai, maybe a little bit of trouble against Sing Sing. He's got a Chain Frost up. Could utilize this, but he's absolutely screwed. There's no chance of him surviving. 1 hit, 2 hit. Mirana gets the last hit. And now Nikwa on mid, trying to grab Bambo. There's going to be a Hex as Pinoy might pop the Ravage. He does catch the Ravage, but Bambo dodges it. Just barely 250 HP. Probably thought he got stunned, but he was still invisible. And snags the Haste Rune, barely surviving here. And he's going to block the path with his Treants up. There's the amp damage. And now Nikwa is going to end up paying for this one. There's the Hex, but he's so blocked here. And a great play from Mouz finally wins him a team fight.
Yeah, Pinoy still catching out on the Tidehunter, but might be in trouble here as Slaughter will have the stun on him shortly. Amplified damage is on, but here is Quicks trying to help out, and Black doesn't want to be here anymore. Backs off, still having his haste up, so is super fast with the 4 levels in that one.
So Mouz gets a gold advantage from the Roshan, plus they grab the Aegis, which was burned, I believe.
Yep,
Yep, was burned. But Keita's still trading pretty evenly. 11 to 13, so Mouz getting a couple extra kills there. Anti-Mage did not die, I believe. He was busy farming the whole time. He's getting close to his Battle Fury. Still needs about 1100 gold, but Not terrible, but they really shouldn't have initiated in there. Leshrac got caught out of position. At that point, it was a 4v4. They didn't have Tide Ravage. If they would have had Tide Ravage, I would have said go for it. Tide Ravage, Chain Frost, and Serpent Wards, and a Leshrac, yeah, totally fight that 4v4. But they didn't have the ultis off cooldown, so they were hesitant, and then they got a little too close, and it was not worth it.
It was pretty even though. I mean, only Leshrac and Shadow Shaman dying, and then taking an Aegis from the Slardar and getting a kill on the Nature's Prophet was not that bad. They could have done worse.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower on the top lane is gonna drop though, as all 5 of Mouz are once again ready for a new push-in. And the Ravages should, well, 50 seconds. Mouz knows that it's not on, that it's on cooldown right now, so this is their chance. They really have to fight in between those Ravages, as Pino is getting getting initiated on. Ward Trap lands on Black. Nice Ward Trap.
The Chain Frost is casted, but so many Treants here is going to block all this damage. Black actually does get picked off. And Anti-Mage goes in, pops the ulti on 1437. He's killed immediately there. Ulti a little bit wasted, but going after the Chen next. 2 more hits, and he goes down. Are there any disables that can save him? There is absolutely nothing here. And that is going to be his death. So Chen dies. And once again, a great defense from Keita, even without a Tide Ravage. They didn't even need Ravage there. Another excellent Ward Trap. That's so important. Ward Trapping to Slardar. Make it so he can't move or attack, pretty much. That's such a big play.
Yeah, and already 1100 gold up on the Anti-Mage who has his Battle Fury completed, and will now, his farm will ramp now up like crazy. As he also has threads now for his attack speed.
He's doing a nice job switching. Always switch to int treads before you blink, guys. It's very important. We're going to see a blink from Chen, actually, who does pick up a Dark Troll. But he's just farming the enemy jungle right now. And this is something you can do as an anti-mage, because you have so much cleave. You can blink every 6 or 5 seconds, excuse me. And even 1437, get a spot out the camp that is now gone. Puts a ward down. And the rest of the heroes also farming in the jungle.
Yeah, for Keita, it's just a waiting game. I mean, they know they have the late game. They will throw everything to defend the pushes, but they won't look for real team fights because they can wait. They have the luxury to wait. While Mouz kind of relies on stopping Keita from farming and getting those kills and getting those early advantages.
And Black now with his Ogre Club Vanguard up, going for that BKB next. And Wall Eater on the bot lane once again. Battle Fury is up, so that means he is a very short period of time away from his Mantis up. But Mouz is continuing the push because they know that they need to go in before Anti-Mage gets any decent farm advantage, which we're talking about Battle Fury plus Manta style. Goldgraph is dead even here. So as time draws on, there is a BKB, or I'm sorry, a double damage up on Sing Sing, which is huge. So this is, look at this, plus 131 damage here. Means they're going to have way more damage than they should at this point. As we do see a Hex on Bonsai, the arrow is going to miss, unfortunately. If that would have hit Lich, that could have been a dead Lich pretty easily. As we see Pinoy thinking about Ravaging, he's going to cast it, only catches 2 heroes. Priest of the Moon also using the ulti. Follow-up stun is going to miss on Black. He's going to get a great stun off catching 4 heroes. Bonsai is going to drop. No Chain Frost, 2-second cooldown. And Pinoy trying to force the ulti a little bit too much. There was a waste. Nico almost died, 15 HP. Bambo comes out and picks it up. Great kill there. But Keita is still pursuing despite losing 2 heroes. They are trying to pick off some kills, and Wall Eater is now going to be careful. Going to take a pretty good damage from Slardar, but I'm surprised he's not dying faster. This is Soul Catcher as he blinks out, and Pinoy wants the kill. So close to killing the... Oh, Chen is going to survive at 13 HP. Lightning, maybe. No Lightning yet. Edict on cooldown. Lightning is going to get thrown out as Pinoy is still reducing the damage being done. And Anti-Mage apparently dies due to Mirana. Mirana getting the kill. Now Black so low, but Pinoy is going to drop. Maybe Black as well. Black survives, just barely taking it up enough. Wand making the difference, and Mouz wins a giant team fight there.
Yeah, and all because Keita went out of range of their tower, or the tower that just went down, and just got spread out, and that massive stun from Black there made sure that team fight went totally into their direction. And yeah,
he totally
played out all the way.
And Pinoy totally forced the Ravage. I think he didn't need to do it there. They all spread out a lot. We even saw Priest of the Moon leap away. He just should have been more patient. They backed off, forced them to recollect themselves, and then continue the push. So they lost 5 heroes there, plus a tower, which is exactly what Mouz needed. And there it goes. So Keita finally makes a mistake and puts Mouz in the gold advantage. If they would have kept playing safe and as expertly as they had before this point, they would probably be in the advantage right now, but they've given some of that slightly away.
Yeah, and Anti-Mage also getting picked off there was quite a big kill for Mouz as well, as they, well...
Did you see how it happened, by the way?
Yes, I did. It was, well, he was of course on the way out after the blink out, and then he got a disruption, which drained all his mana because of the thingy, and he ran away, got hit by the arrow from Moran on the way out, and died to the arrow, so...
That's important. That's a big arrow. And here comes Sing Sing. He's got an illusion this time. Manta Style is finished already. 22-minute Manta Style. Oh my god. Oh my... Sing Sing is 9-0-5. Let's point that out, guys. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier today. If a Miranda doesn't do really well in the early game, she's not going to be that much of a scary carry. But when you get 9 kills and 5 assists, yeah, that's good enough. Manta Style phase boots plus an Aquila, we're going to see a scary amount of carry potential from him, especially when he gets to his next item, which isn't going to be much later than probably 27 minutes or something like that.
I have to say, I totally missed that point. But that's because most of her kills were in team fights and stuff. She didn't really pick off heroes on her own. She really just got there with a team fight and landed last hits with her Starstorm and arrows.
And hasn't died yet.
And hasn't died yet in the team fights. Leap making that possible, probably. And here comes the push in again. Tier 2 tower, target number 1. Smoke actually goes up.
And the Yasha is up on Anti-Mage, but currently not a whole bunch of HP. Shadow Shaman with the Blink Dagger though, so they could do a Blink Ward Trap or a Blink Disable on these guys. We see the Illusion being spawned. Tier 2 tower is not long to last for here. We're actually going to see an initiation on the Anti-Mage. The arrow's going to land on Quicks instead as Anti-Mage does jump in. Tide's going to Ravage, jumps on top, and that looks good for them. They pop the ulti. Sing Sing going to leap out as the bouncing is not going to be good enough from Lich, and we're going to even see Sexy Bamboo in a lot of trouble as Pino. He's just right-clicking him. He's going to try to get sent back, but he gets killed, trapped in by Treant's just almost as Quicks might trade with Black, as Black is now going to run away. Treant, or I'm sorry, TP back in from Sexy Bamboo, and he wants to get a kill, but Pino is back in the mix. He has so much mana this game. Mouz, Sing Sing popping his ulti as well, but Leshrac is finally going to fall. The arrow's going to miss on Pinoy, and they are going to be able to survive this. I can't believe that. I thought they were going to win that for sure as soon as that Ravage landed, but Mouz is pushing up.
It was a perfect Ravage, that is. It was, yeah. But the buyback really helped, and tier 3 tower looking pretty squishy, as only Tidehunter is here to defend it, well with Lich now coming there too, but...
Top tower is under attack.
It looks like Keita is slipping away.
Yeah, they are losing their advantage. If they lose their Rex here, it's going to put them in a terrible spot. Anti-Mage is simply not enough HP. I think he maybe should have gotten a Vitality booster first, perhaps, or something. I mean, they did eat the Leshrac. Leshrac ate the arrow at the start of the team fight. Did we even see wards go down? Yeah, wards went down, but that's it. Melee Barracks goes down. Black's going to get sent back, and Mouz wins a huge team fight, which gives them Rex. They might catch Sing Sing. Oh, he TP's out, and Bamboo as well also going to make it. Oh, that is a tough loss. Didn't even catch up any stragglers. Maybe this Chen, though. There's the blink forward.
He wants it.
He'll get that one, I think. Yep. Just gonna use his ulti. He's like, nope, I want this double damage. Thank you. So, yep, Mouz in a really good spot, all because of the one missed team fight from Quicks, and that's what. I'm sorry, from the Tidehunter Ravage, in my opinion, starting things off. I mean, if you're up against a push strategy and you have a hard carry, you have to do everything perfectly. If you're at a team composition disadvantage, you have to play perfectly until you get to the late game. And if you make any mistakes, they get a little bit of advantage back, and it puts you into this spot where they finally take a Rex with some solid team fighting. I think that last team fight there weren't major mistakes. It was just slightly too much advantage for Mouz.
Yes, I fully agree. By the way, I think it's pronounced Sexy Bamboo, not Bamboo. It's a Dutch name.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just helping out. As Pino is taking a lot of damage, we'll go down here. Right click goes to Mirana. Of course it does. Leshrac also dying. Double kill beyond godlike for Sing Sing.
Leshrac was in there?
13 for 0. Apparently he was.
I don't even remember that.
Me neither. I only saw the Tidehunter being got out. But yeah, Leshrac dying too. And that's gonna be 3 versus 5 on the top lane. Actually 2 versus 5, as Warrior is farming on the top lane. Does have a TP. He will push the tier 2 tower a bit, but the tier 3 tower is gonna drop here, I think. As yeah, will drop. Fortification slows it down a bit, maybe hoping that the melee barracks won't be attempted afterwards.
But getting those 2 heroes picked off there was absolutely terrible for Keita. So Now they have the advantage, so Anti-Mage as well, actually, he's pushing the top tower. He's going to take a tier 2 at least, so if they can defend this, this will be good for them. But Black's going to pop a BKB going on Pinoy now, but Pinoy is super survivable with this mech pop. He puts down the wards as well. He just needs to clear these camps, but the melee barracks is taking a bunch of damage. Tide going in for the Ravage, probably. There's the Chain Frost. He's looking for it. He's going to pop it. Does catch 2 heroes. Priest of Moon goes down. Finally, Sing Sing ends up dying. And Quix is trying to get a kill as well on top of 1437 as Anti-Mage comes through. Gonna pop the ulti on Wall Eater, and Wall Eater now being completely drained by his own illusions. He's getting low in HP, 180, and he's gonna end up surviving just barely. But definitely a scary situation.
Yeah, Sexy Bamboo still on the run. Let's see if Quix can... Yeah, he can definitely get a good stun here, and Sexy Bamboo will go down. Titan to taking the last hit. But they still lost their barracks. They now have 2 melee barracks down, and that's just very painful, and that's just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
That basically means that one of your heroes has to stay in your base or at your base, around your base the whole time, and you can't really push all that easy. Should always be outnumbered.
On the best, on the good hand, they have one of the best split pushers in the game for a hard carry, which is Anti-Mage. He has Battle Fury as well, so lots of pushing there. Tidehunter does have his mech up. Anchor Smash is great for pushing. And Shadow Shaman as well, very good at pushing, as well as Leshrac. They have decent pushers, at least in the mid game here, in terms of creeps. So it's not the end of the world, but they're definitely at a very, very large disadvantage now. Despite the gold graph being semi-even, despite the EXP graph being pretty much dead even, they now have a tactical pushing disadvantage. So it's going to make it a lot harder to win.
Yeah, it's going to make the farm on Anti-Mage even more important than it already was now, as Roshan is being attempted by a Mouz once again. And we'll take a pretty safe kill on that one. Aegis will probably be picked up by Black once again, also. As I was gonna say, as Esmeralda doesn't die, but then she did die in a previous fight. But yeah, she picks up a Demon Edge, probably going from MKB.
Yeah, I think that would be... I could also go for Daedalus. It wouldn't be a bad choice either, since her illusions would end up doing crits then. But Wall Eater doing the nice Anti-Mage thing to do, which is push towers by yourself. And even if they show up, it doesn't matter because you're Anti-Mage.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It's even threaten the tier 2, so this will give the Radi team a little bit of gold advantage here. Which could make the difference in keeping them alive in a team fight, but Wall Eater now going to take up the tower and go in for that tier 2. If he can kill this really, really quickly here, might even Manta split and then go back to base, but it's kind of hard to say because then he won't have it for the team fight. No, he's just going to come back. They need to defend this Rax right now. Creep wave's going to be cleared. Arrow's going to land on a creeps. Nothing major happening quite yet, but the Tornado doing a little bit of slow here. Pinoy does just now get his Ravage landing, do a little bit of damage to Sing Sing from the low ground, who does have a haste ready for the next team fight.
And the mech is completed on the Tidehunter, which will be used if there is indeed a team fight. Looks like Mouz is a bit unsure, is waiting again for Keita to make a mistake.
Yeah, they need to land an arrow or have a... Slardar doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, so BKB is the only way they can do this. They'll probably wait for the next creep wave. Arrow's going to come through. It's going to miss. Pinoy is going to be fine. He's just standing up in the front. I love how tanky this Tidehunter is, by the way. He's going to Gale once on the Nature's Prophet. Doesn't have a whole lot of HP regen here. All of their ultis are ready to go. The only ulti we're missing is Nature's Prophet. 20 seconds left on that one. And he actually does have an Aghanim, or I'm sorry, his Sheepstick if he would go purchase it right now, but they're so close to pushing, and buying back is more important right now. If they can win this one team fight and they can take a melee barracks mid, game is pretty much over. I don't think it's possible to come back from that 3 range barracks. Definitely a weird situation to not have like a full Rax on any of them, but I don't know, we'll see. They're about to come in.
Yeah. Getting some more creeps.
They do get the Lich with the arrow. He's going to have to go back and heal though. So that will buy them. This might be their time to push in. See, Nature's Prophet's going to use his ulti. Pushing all the lanes.
Gonna just get some hits in on the tower. As they now notice that Keita don't want to go in.
Yeah, top wave is being pushed, so Wall Eater's going to have to defend that. Does do some nice cleaves. Still tons of counter push coming out. Aether Shock as well as the Leshrac Lightning. They're still working the tower down slowly but surely, but Anti-Mage is going to go. He pops the Mantis Cell, goes in on Nature's Prophet, immediately kills him with the ulti. Tide Ravage catching everybody on Mouz other than Black, who had a BKB. If the stun lands on 1437, he's going to be dropped as well. Lightning picks off the kill, and it looks like Keita is going to be able to defend here. Even going after Black, picks him off. That is going to be the Aegis respawn, and here comes the Shackle. This looks terrible for him, and there's the first Hex. Sing Sing trying to do something from the low ground, but it does not matter, and they defend it.
They defended, but in the meantime, Nature's Prophet still on the base, trying to catch out the tier 3 tower. Is gonna back off now, but yeah, We'll be able to TP away unless... Never mind, blinking was there. Oh, it wasn't time.
Yeah,
Barely in
he
time.
didn't have enough mana for that. He was like, okay, I can blink, but I won't be able to shackle then. So he almost needed somebody to blink and give him vision so that he could shackle, but they didn't get there fast enough. He was the one to TP. They used the glyph to defend the mid tower, down to 70 HP, and a good try by the Nature's Prophet, but it just did not work out for him.
Oh, and look at these Treants. They're gonna try to get the last 70 HP on the tower, and they will probably get it too.
the tree. Yeah.
There we go.
They got it, yeah. Neeko not able to deny that one. So
Shen's creep's also there to help out, but
yeah,
don't need it.
So no more tier 3 towers. They still have 4 racks up, despite being at like a 2-lane disadvantage right here. And Wall Eater's still farming. What's he got? 4,200 gold. He might be able to find Sing Sing. Actually, he's going to blink to the camping. Yes, runs right into a Mirana. There's the Manta split as he does eat an arrow. DD popped by Sing Sing as he blinks away. That's a little scary for sure. He blinks forward, actually, still going back in. But Sing Sing's bottling up pretty heavily here. But luckily, he did waste a DD. So DD is wasted. Won't be able to have that in the next push, which could have been huge for Mouz. No Ravage though, 40 seconds cooldown on that one. Chain Frost, 30 seconds cooldown. Mouz missing their Chen ulti. It's going to come up in a second, Priest of the Moon ulti, but that's not a huge deal. MKB is up on the Murano, so DD is still up for about 10 more seconds. Here's the arrow. It's going to land 4-second disable on Last Strike. This is terrible for them. They're going to immediately initiate. Hex goes down. Black as well popping his BKB, going for the Shadow Shaman, but Wally Eater is going to jump on Sing Sing. The stun lands. He dies out immediately there as Neeko was about to go down. Slaughter does get the last hit. Even going to see an ulti on Chen, who drops. Shadow Demon drops as well, and now Black on the escape. Nature's Prophet is around towards the bot racks, but everybody else gets completely clean up. 4 kills for 1. The Treants trying to backdoor this if possible, but the melee barracks are still up to 800 HP. Top range barracks also in trouble, but it looks like Pinoy is on the way for that one. He is going to be able to defend that, but it's definitely getting very low.
Yeah, this game, I mean, it's... Mouz's tactic is working for them. I mean, they meant to push in fast so that they wouldn't have to deal with a farmed up anti-mage. So far they've managed to take down 2 melee barracks. That is a great advantage that they have, but they're not able to take a third one. And they died now twice in a team fight to try and get it.
Yeah.
They did get some damage done. I mean, if they do it 3 more times, the melee barracks will go down, but,
3 more times.
you know.
Oh my god, look at the EXP graph.
Yeah, those
Wow.
are team fights.
That's what
favor
happens
of
when
Keita.
you win team fight after team fight after team fight. Oh, we might see Nature's Prophet get caught. Oh my god. He literally did not, they didn't spot each other. Oh my gosh. That's awkward. Just best friends separated by a couple of trees and didn't spot out. He does have a side of the vice though, so probably would have been fine, but...
It looks like Mouz now that they know that he's in the forest, they want to get him. They have a disruption, they have an arrow. Oh.
He does have buyback, so even if he died, it wouldn't even matter. Seriously.
True. 5k gold. Jeez.
Yeah, I can't believe Keita is still in this. Holding off team fight after team fight here. Even with Sing Sing doing this well in the early game, he's 13, 2, and 6 at the moment. Last hits, we have 322 last hits on Anti-Mage. It's a crazy amount of farm. What's his GPM at? It's at 597 as they do initiate, actually. Black is coming in, looking for the stun. Only going to catch the Tidehunter, actually, as Soul Catcher lands on top of an Anti-Mage illusion. Black goes invisible with the rest of the heroes. Arrow's going to miss everybody. Nobody dies in the team fight, and any ulti's wasted. Nothing from the Radiant team, but everybody on the Dire team popping their ulti, except for Chen.
Yeah, and it looks like Keita actually wants to go for this, even though Nature's Prophet is pushing on the top lane. They do have TPs with them.
And Chen going for the bot
Anti-Mage
lane.
actually doesn't have a TP.
That is definitely something to be concerned about, but it's okay, as he can blink every 5 seconds. Tower gets picked off, and Keita is going to be absolutely fine with that. They just wanted a slight gold advantage there. Top lane still pushing out, but the Treants are dead, and here comes the TP. It's actually Nature's Prophet almost going for it. Neeko's going to go back, and they're going to cover. If they can keep this range barracks up, that's seriously a big deal. If they could just at least make sure that the range creeps don't destroy waves, that's going to be enough.
Yeah, and they will be able to do that. Even though the Siege creep is continuing to attack.
Yeah, those Treants. And the Catapult as well doing a lot of damage. Down to 236. The rest of the buildings are fine. The melee barracks as well healing up quite nicely on the mid lane. 1200. Definitely the most important building that remains. This melee barracks right here. but they took a tower, so they're still taking more advantage. There's the EXP graph leveling off a little bit. Gold graph back into their favor, so 25k advantage, finally in Keita's advantage here.
Oh, 25k. That's a lot.
Well, 2.5, not 25, sorry. 25 would be ridiculous.
I know, I was kidding.
Okay, good. So Mouz still looking for opportunities to push in. They're going to start doing this Manta split. What?
Rapier on the Antimage!
He did buy Rapier. Oh my gosh.
He did buy Rapier!
Well, I think go for it. They're really behind right now. I mean, if they lose one team fight, it's over. It's 100% over. So that means if they lose the Rapier, it's over anyways, right? Well, I guess you could hypothetically buy back and still save the game, but it's not possible to die anymore for Anti-Mage. And we'll see. Yep, there's pings. Wait, I wonder if they noticed yet. I don't know. There's a couple pings by Chen. But he's doing some good damage now. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's like a double damage plus more. It's like a 2-shot of creep wave. Entire creep wave.
There's a split pushing coming from Mouz. Oh, as they smoked up.
Oh, Black is invisible. They don't have dust or sentries or anything. Not expecting Silenteers. Oh, they do disable Wall Eater. Amp damage as well. Tide's gonna ravage this. The arrow lands on him. 5 seconds of disable. If he gets picked off right here, that could be it. But the mech does pop. He still hasn't been able to attack yet. Finally gonna turn 3-hit Black as Black gets picked off quick as well, doing as much AoE damage as possible. He's gonna TP out. Oh, the ulti. Oh my gosh, the Anti-Mage ulti. The top tower taking a bunch of damage. He gets the triple. I thought he was gonna be more than that, but oh my gosh, picks off 3 kills. Look at that broadcast chat. And that is everybody on Mouz that is dead. Bonsai is trying to stop these Treants. They aren't going to be able to kill the barracks, but they're going up the mid. There's 2 buybacks, one from Sing Sing, one from Slardar. Oh my gosh. And they're going to try to take a Rex right now. Divine Rapier is up, Manta's up, and the 3rd buyback from Chen. Arrow's gonna come through, lands on Pinoy, but he does have Kraken Shell, so if he takes too much damage, there's a Hex on Sing Sing. 4-shot Sing Sing, Sing Sing gets picked off. Anti-Mage blinks in with the Rapier. Rapier's gonna win the game, I dare say. The tower goes down. Melee Barracks is not long for life. And finally, Keita getting some advantage back in the game before gold, EXP. Oh my god, are they gonna double Rex it?
They got a double Rex. They have to. If they still get forced out, which is maybe possible, then they at least have the Rex advantage. Oh, they're gonna be forced out. Disruption on the Anti-Mage. He might be in some trouble. Is he gonna get stunned? Is he gonna,
the damage! The damage!
Rapier.
Oh, the Rapier's on the ground! The Rapier's on the ground! Black got it! Oh my gosh! They lost it. One disruption, that's all it took. One disruption and a perfect stun from Black and the Soul Catcher, and Anti-Mage loses his Divine Rapier. And Shadow Shaman now on the escape. Anti-Mage can buy back, but Black is hitting so hard. Oh, all they had to do was blink away and they would have been absolutely fine there. But they stayed too long. He was like, oh, I'm just going to put one more hit in. And one hit makes the difference.
Yeah. Greedy. Greedy. There's the buyback. They have to. Shadow Shaman buying back. They just can't buy back right now.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like they're gonna go for Roshan.
That would be very smart.
Gonna give Black an Aegis just to make sure that he doesn't lose that Rapier.
Yeah, unlike Anti-Mage. It's still not over though. I mean, Slardar is not nearly as capable with this Rapier as Anti-Mage is.
No. His attack is just so much slower, I mean.
His attack speed isn't that high either, and his blocking bar is 5 seconds. If he's chain disabled, I mean, now that he has the Aegis up, even a cheese going on Sing Sing. So Mouz is now poised to take the game 40 minutes in. Now that they lost that Rapier, 6k gold that was previously up on the Anti-Mage is now completely gone. And he has used buyback for 4 minutes, so I dare say he should just spend his money. If they can kill the Rapier...
Look at that. They want to go in.
Is going in. There's the Manta Split trying to pick up Bamble. The Tide Ravage got interrupted. The Tide Ravage didn't work. The Blink Dagger didn't happen. Black gets a Shadow Shaman. Bonsai right click down as they go on Sing Sing, but the Shade Frost doing some good damage. Where's Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage dies. That is going to be it, I think. Mouz is in so much trouble. Pinoy messed up his Blink. He absolutely messed up his Blink. I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh.
This Pinoy is the last one to die for Keita.
Oh my gosh. They lost the game. I thought they had that.
I thought so too. I mean, that last hit on that tier 3 tower on the top lane.
Oh my gosh. Rapier did work there. Tide's Ravage not working. That, man. One Ravage mess up right there. I mean, they didn't need to lose the Rapier, but I think they could have won that team fight if the Ravage would have landed. There's so many heroes that wouldn't have been able to do anything. Nature's Prophet, Chen, Shadow Demon, none of them have Black King bars. It would have just been black. And that's going to be it. That's Mega Creeps. Mouz takes the win after an extreme struggle there. The Rapier falls into the wrong hands. And that's all it took was one anti-mage death to put Mouz in a huge advantage there. Should it have been a butterfly? We'll never know.
We'll never know. Wow.
That has got to be painful. That has got to be painful. So Keita, despite having an expert defense, 34-34, that was the closest game that wasn't obscenely long that I've watched in a long time. Such a great game.
It could, yeah. Very convincing play from both teams.
Yeah, wow. Keita, such good defense for so long despite being behind. Play after play, just barely keeping them in the game. Buying the Rapier.
Actually being level 24.
Yeah, he farmed very, very well. But they lost. They lost that Rapier, so... Wow. So,
yeah.
Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more from me, follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I always announce that I'm streaming. Or follow my stream. It's another good way to do it. Sheever, any shoutouts for you?
Yes. Well, you can find me on my website, sheevergaming.com, and all my other links are there too. So...
Alright, and since I was stupid and did not announce what my URLs are, there they are. It's all at Purge Gamers. Everywhere. Follow me on YouTube, or you can go to my website, purgegamers.com. And of course, we're both Ghost Gamers casters, so go check out ghostygamers.net for all of your Dota 2 coverage, as well as other esports games. There's lots of cool stuff there. So, thanks for tuning in. That was the last game of the day. So, did you have fun, Sheever? That was pretty fun.
I did. It was yeah. It was a good game to end with, also.
Yes, totally.
I feel like doing another one.
Well, that's it. I'm sorry. That's been like my 7 hours of casting for the day. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably have some more games coming up then. So see you guys later.
Later.